Hi loves, I'm your Pallavi Krishna Miska and welcome back to our channel Healing with Pallavi Krishna. After leaving the hostel, I returned back to the village thinking things would finally become normal and I thought the real struggle was over. But the truth is, this phase of my life broke me the most. After struggling in CBSE school with Hindi and English textbooks being a Telugu medium student, I fall sick several times, so my parents brought me back to the village as I requested them that I don't want to stay there anymore. So they brought me back to the village and I joined a government school from 7th to 10th in Telugu medium. Academically, I started doing well, but mentally, I started breaking down. To my parents, I wasn't treated like a daughter. I was treated like a son they never had. I wanted to make my parents happy, so I became responsible very early. Baba stayed in Kharagpur and mom stayed here with me along with my younger sister. Sometimes she would leave me alone at home and go to Kharagpur for my younger sister thyroid treatment. I was left alone because they believed I was responsible and could manage. My school ended at 4:30 in the evening. After school, I had to go alone to markets 3 to 4 kilometers away on my two-wheeler. I had to withdraw money from ATMs, buy veggies, handle errands. Even at night, if the gas cylinder ran out, I had to go out and arrange it. Inside the house, I was treated like a son, and outside the house, the world treated me like a girl. Again, the harassment started, and this time it was more scary. Back then, I didn't have a phone, though I started getting calls to my mom's number again and again. Even if I started blocking, I used to get calls from new numbers. So some guys created rumors about me and they spread lies in school and village, and they threatened me as saying if I don't talk to them or meet them in person, they would tell all the lies and bad things about me to my parents. They knew my parents were very strict and afraid of society. They knew that if lies reached my home, my life would become worse. That is how they blackmailed me. And some people wrote bad things about me on school walls and even near my home walls. After that, I was scared to step outside, scared to go to school, scared to answer phone calls, scared even when the phone rang. When I was in 8th or 9th standard, a boy came to me and told me something that completely broke me. He told me that some boys from the village, along with their friends, planning for a gang raid and dumped my body in a nearby pond. At first, I couldn't believe it, but later I understood it was real. And the worst part was, one of the boys involved was someone I treated like a brother. And from that day, I stopped feeling safe anywhere. And there's one more thing that hurt me deeply. While growing up, whenever there was news on TV about a girl hospitalized being raped by someone, people around me used to say something painful. They used to say she would be better dead than alive now. I heard these words many times. I even heard my mom saying the same thing while discussing such news with neighbors. Maybe their intentions was different, but at that time I was already facing these harassments and I already knew that some boys from our village had planned to do same to me. So when I heard those words, I started thinking if something really happens to me, would my own parents feel that I shouldn't be alive? And that thought hurted me deeply and I kept it to myself. I was scared to tell my parents about all this because every time I tried to tell them that someone is troubling me or bothering me, the very first thing I heard was if a girl is if a girl is correct, then nobody can do anything to her. So that always made me question myself. Because of all this, every day I used to wait for my mom to turn off the lights so that I can cry quietly. And even if my mom finds out that I was crying, she may ask me so many questions, and I haven't had enough strength to explain anything anymore. By the time I reached 10th standard, my body and mind already affected. There were episodes where I used to eat a lot when I was not okay, and sometimes I need to really force myself to have food. And also, I started giving up on the things I really love. At the same time, something else was happening too. So I started getting recognized as a good student in school and village, and I also selected for Inspire Award and cleared an NMS exam, which was prestigious in my school because it is a national level exam. And then I also got good marks in 10th standard and selected for IIIT. So it's a free seat. So from outside, everything looked perfect. But inside, I had no idea what I really want to become. I forgot to tell you about OCD I developed during the high school. So many people think that OCD is all about cleanliness or washing hands. The OCD includes repeated thought loops as well. During the high school, I wanted to tell the boys to stop troubling me. Though whenever I stood in front of them, my mind went blank. So I used to practice sentences in my mind again and again just to speak out without freezing when I had to speak. And slowly, this repeating habit became OCD disorder. At the same time, something else was happening too. I became deeply involved in Brahma Kumari's meditation, discipline, silence. I felt safe. So by the end of the 10th, everyone saw a success story, good CGPA, awards, and also a free seat in IIIT. Though nobody knew I was entering a college broken already inside. So in the next video, I will be telling you all what really happened after entering the IIIT. So before I end this video, I want to say one more thing. I know some of my friends who experienced these harassments at very young age. Today they are having mental health issues just like me and also taking therapies. And I saw them blaming themselves for having these mental health issues, and just like how I used to blame myself. So in the past, I used to think that I become lazy, and I used to think that I become less responsible, and I used to hate myself for having all these mental health issues. So when I finally started understanding my own story, and when I finally started accepting what I really went through, something really changed. I became kind to myself and stopped blaming myself. So if you're someone who is struggling and blaming yourself, please know this: mental health issues are not your fault. And also, understanding your true story can really change the way you treat yourself. And that's why I'm sharing my story today. If you find this video useful, please share with your friends or family, because you don't know, some people struggle quietly.